Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to my channel, Hips here. Today's video is going to be a tips video, and I kind of started doing this little series because I thought that just in case you were new to makeup and you're kind of, wondering what kind of tips I have found that help me apply makeup, or like a certain product. Say for example, today I'm going to do foundation, and the next video I'm going to do is mascara. So I kind of thought I'd discuss the types of foundations, methods and stuff like that. I found it's easier, but it's all personal preference really. So I'm going to just start off with the kind of application, how you can apply it. So I tend to use like a damp sponge like this, but you can have brushes. So this is kind of an example. It's not as dense, but you can have, this is a little bit on the fluffy side as you can see, but you can have a brush like this which is pretty dense, and then that way you'll be able to blend out your foundation. And then there's this one which I'm gonna, I think, start using. I don't really use this. I prefer, like I said, using a damp sponge. So there's this kind of brush here which is pretty flat, and then it's also kind of narrow, and this is pretty dense as well, as you can see. And this way you can just kind of like brush the foundation in and buff it in. And what I always do is I always put a primer on before, and also I set my foundation just so it can last a little bit longer throughout the day, and therefore it's just it just lasts a lot longer for me, and I have dry skin as well, so that's why I tend to prefer doing. Though sometimes I do tend to forget to dampen this, so what I used to have, but I had to use that bottle for something else, I would have a little small clean bottle of water just to kind of spray, just kind of like in like a spray form, just to spray this so it gets wet when I'm on my table. So on my vanity I just keep that. And there are types of foundation, like for example with tinted moisturizer, kind of just, tinted moisturizer is not obviously a foundation, but it's just, I tend to use my hands for these types of things. But with the foundation, I prefer using liquid because it's just a lot easier to blend. Of course you have your different types of foundations as well. You have the liquid, like I said, and then you have your mineral kind of loose powders. Also you can have like more of a compact, which is kind of floating over. This is like my bronzer, but like it's kind of like this, and you can have your powder or cream kind of foundations in this as well. I tend to set my foundations either with this kind of mineral powder or with a translucent powder as well. And I've heard that you can use like a concealer. I think the LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I really want to try out as well. You can use that as a foundation because it's thick enough and it has high coverage. So you don't have to, you can use like do 2-in-1, so concealer and foundation in one product. But this I also tend to also use as a little bit of concealer as well, just if I need a little bit more extra coverage as well. And I have the types, well the two makes that I have of foundation is the Makeup Forever and then the NYX Invincible. And I have some are dark, too dark for me, the shades. So what I like to do is I have this product which I've tried once or twice so far, and so far I'm liking it. The Body Shop's Lightening Shade Adjusting Drops, and I just add a couple of drops of that into the foundation and get the color that I want, the shade. So like for example, I have the NYX Invincible foundation in medium beige, which is too dark for me, so I tend to mix those together. I also have then the Makeup Forever foundation in N150, which is the old packaging, so that's also too dark for me, so that's what I tend to use it for. Just to use up the products because I don't want to waste any. And there's still quite a lot of product left as well. The way I like to apply my foundation is I will dot it all over my face and then blend it out with the sponge. Some people would use it straight from, like they put it on the back of their hand and then dip the sponge in or the brush in, and then or you can apply the foundation straight to the brush. It's just, there's different applications that you can do, but it's just your personal preference really. One other thing I would like to mention is when you get your foundation, you should match it to your neck, not your face, because I think that's what the mistake I did, was I was matching the foundation to my face. Now this way, when the foundation is matching to your neck, you'll have one color, so that way it'll be a little bit better. It'll just look nicer as well. So you need to match the foundation to your neck, that way it'll just look a lot seamless and a lot more flawless. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's just a couple of tips that I have found that has made it easier for me to apply foundation. The next one I will be doing for tips is mascara, how to make it easier for you to apply mascara and for your mascara to kind of last longer as well. And yeah, I'll do a little blog post as well for you guys, so just you have some tips written in there as well, so I'll link it down below for you guys as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.